Hi there. Thanks for clicking on this link and watching this video. It means a lot to us. Let's talk about the purpose of this video. This video is about a new training, a new concept that we have, which is called PMP Dash. Now, what does PMP Dash mean? You may wonder. Well, first of all, let me tell you what it is not. PMP Dash is not a 35 contact hours training. No, it's not meant for that. PMP Dash is an exam readiness course. That means if you've already got your 35 contact hours, and for whatever reason, whether the material is not good enough, whether you're not getting enough support from the training providers where you did your PMP 35 contact hour training from, or you are not able to find enough time being torn between home and work and a lot of commuting in between, you're just not finding enough time to prepare for the exam. Well, this is the course that solves that problem. PMP Dash. The purpose of this course is to get you exam ready in the shortest period of time, which is 16 hours. Yes, in 16 hours, no matter what your preparation status is, no matter how inconsistent or inaccurate your material has been, PMP Dash will get you PMP exam ready in 16 hours. Now, when I say PMP exam ready, it's not a euphemism. Actually, a couple of people actually finished these 16 hours, and the very next day, when they finished this course, they gave the exams, aced it. So that's the meaning of the term PMP exam ready. So now you know what is PMP Dash. Now, who is this course meant for? Well, I think this question also has been answered to a certain extent when I was explaining what is PMP Dash. Because PMP Dash is actually meant for those people who are preparing for PMP exam. They have the 35 contact hours, but for whatever reason are struggling, or even if they have a great material, but they want to shorten the entire period of time within which to give the exam, well, PMP Dash does that. So this is for those people. Now, you may wonder that what is the structure of PMP Dash? What are its content? What's the methodology? Well, I'll explain to you briefly. PMP Dash has been created purely with exam focus. That means if any material is there in PMP Dash, it would most probably show up in exams. And if something is missing in PMP Dash, that means it's not going to show up in PMP exam, even if it was part of the 35 contact hours training. It's as simple as that. Every tip and trick that is needed to ace PMP exam, every important definition, every important concept, every important explanation which usually people get confused about, or on which some tricky examination questions show up, every important input tools and techniques and outputs which are important from exam point of view, every single mistakes that people commit in PMP exam, that has been warned in this PMP Dash session. So these are the content of PMP Dash. Now let's talk about the structure. How do we handle this? We actually have invented a very nice technique. It takes care of a lot of issues in a very short period of time. For those people who never understand Agile or actually use Agile in their industry for whatever reason, or not introduced to Agile, they have this fear how to answer Agile or hybrid-based questions in PMP exam. Because by looking at the question, they will not be able to understand what is the context. Well, without even having to explain, we will solve that in PMP Dash. How do we do that? This entire PMP Dash is made in the same sequence as you would do a real-life project. That means we'll talk about the foundational fundamentals, then straight into projects initiation, planning, execution, monitoring and controlling, and closing. Why is this done? Because whether it is a predictive project, whether it is a hybrid project, whether it's an Agile project, they all have initiation. How is it done for Agile versus how it is done for predictive, whether how it's done for hybrid, all of them are different. But you will know the context because this is initiation. Same thing with planning. It'll give you the context. I'll also tell you the terminology, that if these kind of terminologies show up in the exam, they're talking about hybrid, or they're talking about agile, or they're talking about predictive. Whether it is soft skill related questions, leadership related questions, there are some leadership aspects which are only meant for agile, rest for other projects. You will come to know the difference. And that is the reason why, when we do it in this manner, you will understand the whole context. That means you will look at a question and you'll know what it is talking about. Of course, in PMP Dash, it's completely exam focused. Therefore, not a lot of practical explanation will be provided. It'll be only focused on PMP ASIC, PMP certification readiness. Now, another thing that you may want to know about this course is that not only we are going to talk about all the important tips and tricks and all the important ITOs, all the important definitions, concepts, the kind of mistakes people make and what you should not be doing. Once we talk about a set of such points, we will then make sure that you're able to apply that in actual examination questions. How do you do that? Well, during the course, I am going to show you some PMP examination questions. And when you look at the question, I'll give you some time to answer it correctly. And then I'm going to explain, hey, you know what? This is the correct answer. Now, in case you were not correct, you thought there was some other answer which was correct, I will tell you the reason why that was not correct. Why and how to overcome plausibly incorrect answers and come to the actual correct answer. The logical way of doing it, right? So all of that would be covered. So now you know PMP Dash doesn't leave anything to chance. All right, now you may be wondering, all of that is fine. I understand what is PMP Dash, I understand who it is meant for, and I understand the content. All of that sounds great. But what about you? How can you be so confident? What are your credentials? Well, my name is Maneesh Vijaya, and I am the founder and chief mentor of this organization called PM Pulse, the very pulse of project management. Project management is my passion. We have over 120 different kinds of trainings and engagements and consulting topics, right from strategy to portfolio to program management to project management. I have over 28 years of experience in industry, and you'll be surprised to know that I'm not just a trainer, I'm also a consultant. I actually work with some of the best known names on the planet in the world of project management. If you talk about PMP, we started PM Pulse in the year 2006. And from then till now, I personally, we have other trainers too, but I personally, I have certified over 26,000 PMP certified professionals. Let that sink in. So you can see that we are pretty passionate about the world of project management and PMP certification. I've also written quite a few books on a PMP exam. For example, this one, which is filled with all kinds of illustrations, explanations from every possible industry. And this is called Read and Pass Notes for PMP exams. Now, this particular book is so practical. Examples have been taken from almost every industry because I personally have worked with almost every industry where project management undertakes. In fact, I've just come back from Japan after conducting a program management consulting, detailed consulting on-site, on-factory consulting work with one of the largest automotive companies in Japan. So that's the kind of work we do. And all of this has been replicated here. So much so that this book has been found so practical and so amazing that this book has been adopted in Cornelius Institute University in Hungary for one entire semester on project management. I've written another book, which is just like PMP Dash for that matter, just like PMP Dash, Ninja Notes, just the notes you need to clear PMP exam. Both of these are available on Amazon. And this is my latest book called 101 Mistakes That Project Managers Make. And people are going gaga over this book, and they're coming and telling me that this book has saved them a lot of professional problems. and they have a lot of aha moments, and now they're not making some of the mistakes they never knew they were making. So yes, that's the kind of work that I do. So now you know a lot about me. Oh, did I tell you that I have consulted in 19 countries spread over 3 continents? And I still continue to do that. And I'm really hoping that this count of 19 goes up a lot more because I also love to travel. So there you have it. You understand PMP Dash. You also understand who this guy Maneesh Vijaya is. So you might be asking, hey, Manish, I understand PMP Dash. I understand you. But would you be the person who will be actually facilitating this course? Yes. Online, live, yours truly. I'll be facilitating this course. Hyper intensive, hyper focused, but a lot of fun, a lot of engagement. So I really hope to see you in PMP Dash. Either way, very best of wishes for your PMP journey and your project management career going forward. Take care.